Welcome to Engadget's weekly roundup of video game news. I'm Jessica Condit. Here's what's going on in games right now. 3 months after closing its purchase of Activision Blizzard, Microsoft fired 1,900 people in its Xbox, ZeniMax, and Activision Blizzard divisions. This follows a rash of layoffs in video games in recent months. Last year, around 9,000 people in the industry were fired, and already in January, nearly 6,000 jobs have been lost. It's a legitimate crisis. Alongside the layoffs, Microsoft officially canceled Odyssey, the survival game that Blizzard had been working on for 6 years. So far, 2024 is the year of Palworld. The game comes from a small rookie team, and it's been billed as Pokemon with guns, though it's really more like Ark in terms of gameplay. Whatever reference you pick, Palworld is so popular that it's number 2 on the Steam charts for all-time concurrent players, right behind PUBG. With all of this attention, it was only a matter of time before Nintendo stepped in. The Pokemon publisher is investigating Palworld for potential copyright infringement, and we'll see how that plays out in the coming weeks. The original Cities Skylines came out in 2015 and ate up the audience that was left behind by EA's SimCity, which landed in 2013 and was a busted mess. Cities Skylines scratched that urban planning itch, and over the years, developers at Colossal Order worked closely with players to foster a thriving mod community on Steam Workshop. Mods, custom assets, and Let's Play videos have been a critical aspect of Cities Skylines' long-term success. Last October, after months of marketing collaborations with content creators like Biffa and City Planner Plays, Cities Skylines II came out, and it was a disappointment to many players. The game was originally pitched as a simultaneous PC and console release, but it's only available on PC, and there's no concrete timeline for when the other versions will come out. There's been no word on a Mac or Linux launch. There's also no official mod support for Cities Skylines 2, and when this feature does land, it'll be through the game's publisher Paradox rather than Steam Workshop. On top of all of this, Colossal Order raised the game's minimum and recommended PC specs just a month before release, and the new requirements made it unplayable for a chunk of players. Even with a capable rig, Cities Skylines 2 is riddled with visual and mechanical bugs. Simply put, it feels like Colossal Order pulled a SimCity. The studio has been steadily rolling out updates, and CEO Marina Hallikainen has acknowledged that the game is missing some promised and highly publicized features like mod support. But in a recent note to the community, she said the conversation with players was becoming toxic, and she called for civility. She cited a surge in personal attacks on developers and other players in forums and on social media. Community members like Philip, the man behind the YouTube channel City Planner Plays, were surprised to hear the word toxic. He's witnessed an increase in negativity and frustration from players, but not toxicity. For Philip and many other dedicated Cities Skylines players, the feedback has been justified. They want Colossal Order to take accountability for the state of the release, say they're sorry, and provide a plan to fix things going forward. Maybe throw in some free in-game perks too. Collaboration with the community is what made the original game so successful, and the sequel could certainly benefit from crowdsourced improvements. Hallikainen said working with content creators and modders has helped direct the updates to Cities Skylines 2 post-launch, and the studio still loves working with these players. This is only the beginning for Cities Skylines 2. Colossal Order intends to support and expand the game over the next 10 years. The original Cities Skylines didn't have all the bells, whistles, and mods when it first came out in 2015, and the sequel is starting in a similar position. Colossal Order sees Cities Skylines 2 as a fresh foundation, but its core community expected a more complete experience from the jump, especially people who paid $90 for the Ultimate Edition. We've seen titles like No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk 2077 overcome rough launches to become beloved games down the line, and Colossal Order has a solid track record when it comes to long-term support. However, options like early access and paid betas exist for a reason. At the very least, players should know whether they're spending money to play a new game or to help finish it. Horizon Forbidden West is coming to PC on March 21st, complete with the Burning Shores expansion. Open Roads, the emotional narrative game that I previewed in January, has been delayed to March 28th. I'm still very much looking forward to it. Once upon a time, there was going to be a live-action TV show based on Final Fantasy XIV, and then that project was cancelled. The end. You can now play Death Stranding on your iPhone, and I'm honestly curious if anyone is actually interested in paying $40 for this experience. Let me know in the comments if this is the type of thing you're looking for in mobile gaming. I've been playing Persona 3 Reload, but I'm not allowed to talk about it, so stop looking at me. Otherwise, my quest to hit Grandmaster in Overwatch 2 continues unabated. I guess we're also still in the process of naming this show, and my colleague Matt Smith left some fantastic suggestions at the end of last week's The Morning After.
OK Computer, Just This Mess, Just Start.
And by fantastic, I mean utterly unusable. Thanks, Matt. If you like these weekly shows, hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the Engadget YouTube channel. As always, stay tuned to Engadget.com for all the latest video game and tech news.